Lindsay Smith is on top of all things digital. She uses her extensive experience in communications and information technology to help companies grow their business by using new and established technologies. Once a month or so, we lure her into Studio 4 to talk tech talk with us. It is my pleasure to welcome Lindsay Smith back to the broadcast to tell us more. And another company, yeah, Massive Media Inc., I know.
Yes, so Massive Media is my event planning company, and then I've just launched a video marketing company as well. So we focus on essentially helping companies market their businesses through video. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Did you know that?
No.
Second largest search engine. It's owned by Google, and people think of it as just a place to watch video, but really it's a place to find information. Now instead of typing into Google and finding out how to do something or learn more about a specific topic, a lot of people are going to YouTube for this now. So we're helping businesses kind of own the space within their industry.
Well, I use YouTube a lot, certainly in research.
Yes.
Somebody says to me, I'll send you a YouTube and you'll get it. And I go, okay. And we YouTube this.
Yes, yeah.
Studio 4.
Yes, you just started doing that in the last year, I think, and it's
We're very hip.
Yeah, well, now because people can enjoy this forever and ever and ever.
Well, exactly.
It's
See, and if you say something really silly,
you're stuck with it
forever and ever
forever
and
ever and ever.
I know.
Do you know what's interesting? I don't know if you would know about this, but I'm going to tell you anyways.
Okay.
YouTube actually has an insights tool that allows you to see where people drop off within the video. So you can see where people are rewinding, where they have the highest level of engagement, and where they have the least amount of engagement. So that'd be kind of cool for you to see.
It would be, and it's good for business.
It's great for business.
You know, if you're doing a YouTube about a product and explaining it and all of that, and people last about half a second, you think, don't take that to the dragon's den.
You can see what topics people are interested in and what they're disinterested in. Just
if
like
you
that.
want to put a YouTube up but keep it a little private, is there a way to do that?
Absolutely. You can make your videos private or public. The downside of making them private is that the only people that you invite, only subscribers or people that you allow to see the video will be able to see it. So they kind of have to be within your own private network.
Sure.
On the public side, that's when they get picked up in search. So if there's any sort of business value to it, then usually I advise people to make the video public.
Okay, and what are someone's options if, say for instance, somebody was on the show and we put it up on YouTube and they don't like how they look or what they said, and they don't believe that anymore and they don't want to be there anymore. Do you have to take it to court? Do you just have to live with it?
They would have to live with it. Every company has their own policy on what they're going to do with their YouTube channel.
Sure.
So Shaw would have to make up their own, or Studio 4 would make up their own regulations on that. What YouTube does do is will monitor if music is used illegally in the background. So if you don't have the rights to use music or you don't have the right to certain content, you are not allowed to display other content. So they will shut down a channel or remove videos if you're using content illegally.
Sure.
When it comes to someone not looking the way they want to look, tough luck. We're in an age of transparency.
Yes. And we, of course, have lawyers to look at all of that.
Yes.
Now, Google and Facebook are in a bit of a battle, an online advertising battle. What's that all about?
Well, Facebook is dominating in the world of social media. So with over 600 million users. 600 million users, is that what it is? I feel like it's more than that.
Seems like billion.
I was going to say billion. Yeah, I'm not
sure. How many people in the world?
It's too many. Everybody in the world is using Facebook. Anyway, the point is that you go there to interact with your family and your friends, your coworkers. Google has dominated search traditionally, and they want to own the social space, but they don't yet. You can set up something called a Google profile. Many people don't know this. You can put your picture up. You can put a profile of yourself online that can be found in the search engines. And they have a community called Buzz where you can add friends. But it hasn't had the same traction that Facebook has had. So Google is trying to basically put a sanction in place within their, sanction is the right word, but an incentive in place within the company. If the company is able to build a social network that I don't know if it's outweighs Facebook, beats Facebook, or just basically builds something that's equivalent to Facebook, everyone in the company will be bonused. So,
really? So like a niche search engine?
And for friends and communities to see your social network online, because that's really what Facebook does. So Google wants to own in that space. And why this is making headlines is Facebook hired a PR agency secretly. So the PR agency said, we have this client that wants to do some research on Google's privacy policies.
Was that person Marsteller?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened was Burson Marsteller put out this message to the media saying Google isn't properly monitoring, or sorry, that's not the right word. They're just, why can't I talk today, Fanny?
I don't know. You go ahead.
Too much
because
coffee
I
this
don't know
morning.
much about it.
They basically are, Facebook is saying that Google is not asking people's proper permission to do what they're doing within the social community.
Gotcha.
So because of that, they put that out to the media, and the media found out that that survey was actually commissioned by Facebook. So Facebook is under a lot of scrutiny for doing this to kind of make Google look bad.
All healthy competition, probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But there's so many ways, as you know, to make a message heard today.
Yes. Well,
No kidding. Let's talk about tablets, that little battle. The battle between, or is it a battle? Or am I being dramatic?
I think it is a battle because people are still asking, should I get the iPad? Should I get the Samsung Galaxy Tab? Should I get the Motorola Zoom? The Blackberry Playbook?
Got the Sony Airboard.
Sony Airboard. I haven't tried that one yet.
Wasn't that one of the originals?
I think.
Wasn't it?
I was like, I don't know how far back that goes.
That's probably when I was born. Anyway.
So I brought in a playbook today because a lot of people haven't necessarily seen this yet.
And that's by
This is Blackberry. So
that's written.
So you can see, I put my hand up to it, you can kind of see the size of it there. It's quite small. And I'll hold up the, this is the first generation iPad, but you can see the difference?
Yes,
so
for sure.
And size-wise, there's a difference. Weight-wise, there's not that much of a difference. The screens, the iPad is at 9.1 inches, I believe, and the Blackberry Playbook is at 7 inches. So it's a smaller screen size, same resolution quality between the two. So it just depends on what type of interface you like better, what size you like better, and really whether you're more of a Blackberry fan or an Apple fan. So although the Playbook doesn't remind me of the Blackberry very much in terms of the interface. Like it's far more Apple-esque than like the interface is far more glossy. It's very streamlined. You've got your swipe tabs back and forth. They've got touch sensors on the outside, which actually the iPad doesn't have. So I can zoom up to scroll between different applications.
So all the finger thing, which you love, you feel very powerful.
You do.
You know, I've now got an iPhone.
You're
so
in control.
I'm in control, and I'm a little bit addicted. I hate to say. I'm trying not to be, to that silly phone.
Oh, it's great though.
I know, I'm doing things on the phone.
It's amazing. Yes. You're like, this is actually a tool I'm using. You didn't believe it, did you? I tried to tell you for years.
I know you did, and then I thought, well, maybe I can't hit the notes or...
How is your typing? How long have you had it for?
A couple months.
A couple months.
Oh no, I can do thumbs, but I still peck a little bit.
But can you do the double thumb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, so you've got it down.
And I was worried because it didn't have buttons, and I thought, oh, I'm going to, make a shmush. What it does do sometimes, though, I'll spell Pilates, and it corrects it and spells pilots, and I say, no, I wasn't at Pilots, I was at Pilates.
There are some embarrassing texts that have gone out with that. My dog's name is Dexter, and I always call him Dex in my dog walker. It's when I'm texting my dog walker. Guess what it always changes to?
Hexter?
Sex.
Sex.
So I'm like, can you walk sex today? It's just, it's awkward. It's like
awkward.
Someone's got to make this work a little bit better.
You'd rather have sex than hex, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
On a good day, I don't know either. But it's true. But then if you go back and type the word again,
it learns it.
I eat at this little restaurant in West Vancouver called Carmelo's. Well, it won't spell Carmelo's, it spells caramels.
Yes.
And they say, well, where is that? And I say, caramels. And we go back and forth, and finally we get it. Pick up the real telephone.
And then it's sorted from there.
Exactly.
Well, it does learn it over time.
Sure. So the Playbook, the Blackberry Playbook, a flop, a hit, still competitive?
I'd say it's definitely competitive within the Blackberry market. One of the biggest challenges, but perhaps this was a plan from BlackBerry or RIM all along, was that in order to access your email, you actually have to attach it to a BlackBerry phone. So whereas the iPad standalone, you use your 3G or your wireless, and it has its own email provider. With the you actually have to have your for me to access my email and set it up, I'd have to have a BlackBerry attached and tethered to the iPad. Yes,
to that.
To access your email. So really what they're doing is they're upselling their Blackberry users to buy this tablet, and it's done well within the business space. But I think tablets, as much as business and consumer, there's a lot of market for it. It is still in its infancy in terms of making its way. And I think we've talked briefly about this in the future or in past shows about where we're going with tablets and the idea that they're a fun device right now, but we don't need them the same way we need our smartphones now. They're a fun multimedia device. What's happening is homes are, as they consume more and more media, they like the idea of being portable with it and having a television, a tablet, and a smartphone.
Right.
It's a little bit overboard right now because of the pricing, but as pricing comes down, we will start to see that in more and more households.
But what can you do on that you can't do on your smartphone?
Well,
Anything?
I would say
it's bigger.
Like,
I know that.
Yeah, it's like, would you really want to watch a movie in bed or in another room off your off your iPhone or a smartphone? Right. Whereas this, I have no problem sitting down and watching a movie because you just prop it up. Well,
why do you need a laptop? So now you've got all these gadgets. If you're making a choice between a laptop and an iPad
or any tablet.
Or a tablet.
It's a great question. You are seeing more people use these as laptop devices. You can now get cases where you pop it in and pop it out, and it has the keyboard built right in, so it's like a travel keyboard with it, which makes it a lot more user-friendly for a laptop. The downside to trying to use a tablet as a laptop is that the functionality of what it can do in terms of business applications is not as far. In terms of a multimedia device and answering family emails or friend communications or surfing the web, it's great. It's a phenomenal device. If you're trying to use it for editing family videos or business videos or doing any sort of editing for photography and need a higher powered machine, it's not gonna cut it.
I understand.
You can do basic stuff.
Oh, can you burn a CD? No.
No, exactly.
So that's the only other thing.
Although,
but essentially,
if you're
not
CDs down the road,
do I?
Do we?
Well, I still buy them. I
download.
Buy CDs? No, I go to iTunes, and sometimes I put them on a disc and put them in, because you have to listen in your car, and I haven't figured that out yet. And don't beat me up.
You can just attach. You just buy a wire and attach it to your iPhone.
I bet you do.
Yeah, that's all. It's like $8.
I'm sure you do. Of course, I go with my little CD.
Fair enough.
And occasionally,
it's nostalgic. It's like your 8-track.
I'm such a fan of musicians, as you know.
Yes.
So I do buy music in the store still. I may always. I don't know, unless there's no more music stores ever.
Oh, we're a long way away from that. There's still a market for it.